and the big headline is the tragic premature death of Sinead O'Connor, the very well-known singer since the 80s and early 90s, especially with her big hit, the cover of Prince's Nothing Compares to You. And of course, we know Prince died by the code, and now Sinead O'Connor has died by the code as well. If you're watching the news, they're talking about how she stood against the Catholic Church and tore up the Pope's image on Saturday Night Live, October 3rd, 1992, which really cemented her legacy, especially as a brave person and a person ahead of her time. And that tearing up of the Pope's image explains why she's dead today at age 56. Again, for people who don't understand the Catholic Church runs the world, it's because you don't know history and you're not paying attention to what's right in front of your face. We tell time. It's the year 2023, according to the Catholic Church. And the Catholic Church is into something that comes from Kabbalah, known as Gematria. They secured this knowledge after the Crusades. The order, the military order of the Catholic Church that serves the Pope, is the Society of Jesus, also known as the Jesuits. Pope Francis is the first Jesuit Pope. The Jesuits were created in France, thus the first Jesuit Pope is Pope Francis. But anyhow, Pope 56, Society of Jesus 56, Sinead O'Connor tore up the Pope's image. So let's go through everything that's interesting here. Let's show how they paid tribute to the current Pope right now, Pope Francis, with this ritual sacrifice, as well as Pope John Paul II, who was Pope at the time, which is whose image she tore up on Saturday Night Live. Again, with the alphabetic order in reverse, Pope is 56. With the alphabetic order in numerology, Society of Jesus is 56. Gavin Newsom's 56. Anthony Fauci's 56. Whole long list of Jesuits. Prominent Jesuits have the 56 connection. Adolf Hitler, another one, 56. Dead at age 56, supposedly, but they never found his body. The word Pope also has Gematria 25, for the record. So does Sinead. And the day she tore up the Pope's image, October 3rd, 92, that date had 25 numerology. She renamed herself Magda David, and that's interesting in light of her death today, because today is 69 days before the anniversary of her tearing up Pope John Paul II's image, and today is also 69 days after Pope John Paul II's birthday. And then in Gematria, Magda David, what she renamed herself, 69, Catholic Church 69, the Jesuit Order 69, New World Order 69, Illuminati 69. If you don't know the history of the Illuminati, they were founded by Adam Weishaupt, May 1st, 1776. Adam Weishaupt was a Jesuit. It's funny, the guy who made the Da Vinci Code series, he turned 56 in 2020, the year of everything 56, coronavirus 56, COVID vaccine 56, yada, yada, yada. Maggie Keenan, 56, the first vaccinated person in the world. Captain Tom dead in the huge 56 ritual. 56 days after Maggie Keenan, as Burma's government falls, and he was known for the Burma campaign, which equals 56. In George Orwell's first book about the Burma campaign, the first number mentioned in the start of the book is 56. Anyway, notice how perfect this is. The current Pope, it's 144 days before his birthday. Can we talk about this number all the time? JFK dead 144 days from his meeting with the Pope. His brother supposedly dead at 1:44 a.m. Everything that goes down every year on April 14th, 14/4. But Jesuit Order 144, 144 days before the first Jesuit Pope's upcoming birthday. And they say he's the first Jesuit Pope, but I mean, the reason they say that is because he's the 266th Pope, and the Jesuit motto, Isus Hominum Salvator, equals 266. But notice, it's 144 days before his upcoming 87th birthday. Sinead O'Connor's debut as a major singer was in 87. Actually, you know what? I got to show you this. The Jesuit acronym IHS for Isus Hominum Salvator, which equals 266. IHS is 18 forwards and backwards, and sun, like sun in the sky, is 18. She's dead 18 months after her son. Think about that. Catholic Church started with the sun worshiping in the sky. Isus Hominum Salvator, 274, which is the year the Roman Catholic Church began celebrating the sun in the sky's birthday, 274 AD. In reverse, it's 266, like Pope Francis, the 266th Pope. If you're not familiar with the Jesuit logo, look it up. It's the sun with 32 rays around it with the letters IHS for Isus Hominum Salvator with the Templar cross behind it. The word Templar is 85. That's why we began the new Crusades after 9/11 on the day, leaving 85 days left in the year October 7th, and Bush even referred to it as that. And then 122 as well, and Pope Francis is 122. So all of these values matter if you're new here. These are the 4 base ciphers: alphabetic order, forwards and backwards with numerology. And again, Roman Catholic Church is 320, and on Christmas Day, 46 years later, the Catholic Church began celebrating Jesus, the Son of God's birthday on the same day, 46 years later. Again, Catholics got the 46 in it, 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament. Catholics got the 145, 145 more chapters in the Catholic Old Testament. Catholics got the 35. JFK, the first Catholic president, number 35, killed at age 46. Joe Biden, the second Catholic president in the U.S., elected number 46, 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday, inaugurated on the Pope's 35th day of his age. Catholic 71, Sinead O'Connor's son died on the 7th day of the first month. Majority of the world writes the date 7/1. We talked about this then, so just a reminder of what we talked about then. And from the anniversary of Nothing Compares to You coming out, January 8th, 1/8. Again, her son died the day before the anniversary. Again, it's 18 months later. We're talking about the Catholic Sun Cult. But it's 199 days after the anniversary, which is the 46th prime number. Prime numbers are those that can only be divided by 1 in themselves. 199 is the 46th prime. Catholic 46. The first book of the Old Testament is Genesis. Again, there's 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament. But the first book is Genesis, and Genesis 46 begins with a sacrifice. You know, vanity. Remember, we predicted Prince's death before it happened. And if you go back and watch my video, you know, I said Sinead O'Connor probably wouldn't be too much longer after her son. But anyway, we did predict Prince's death dead on. And remember, Vanity died on the 46th day of the year. That was Prince's girlfriend from the time of Purple Rain. And then he died on the Queen's birthday. And he died at age 57 on the Queen's birthday. And England's 57. Again, you guys, it's because this is the cabal. And they got it all planned out. And it's one perfect ritual after the next. You know, if you turn on the news, I mean, they're talking about how it was so daring of her to speak against the Catholic Church at the time she did. And, ooh, you don't go against a big authority like that. Again, I mean, that's also part of the sentiment, right? And in a way, when people hear that, they're like, yeah, you shouldn't speak out because the next thing you know, you're in trouble, you lose your job, you're in court, blah, blah, blah. Again, just reinforcing the ideas of just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Jim Hightower, I used to like that author. He said, even a dead fish can go with the flow.